guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlene, for those of you who are new, and for those of you who've been with me for a while, thank you so much for coming back. Today is a very exciting video because I am testing out the very hyped up, talked about, viral foundation in a powder by L'Oreal. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear. This has been talked about a lot lately. I just found out about it, honestly. So lately we've had quite a few releases of powder foundations. Right off the bat, there were a couple of fails. You guys know MAC Cosmetics is the OG when it comes to powder foundations. And Fenty Beauty came out with just about a shade for everyone. If I'm not mistaken, Fenty Beauty has at least 40 shades. And then L'Oreal comes up with theirs. There are only 16 shades available in this. Now, this is said to be full matte coverage. It is also waterproof, all the things. Typically, my skin is very oily. So lately, my skin has changed just a little bit. It could be due to the weather change. It's extremely cold. Could be because I'm not drinking enough water. Whatever the case is, I'm a little dry. So I got the powder foundation and I know that I need to really moisturize well, then go in with my primer, and then we will see where this takes us. I got the shade Copper, which I am slightly doubtful about, but hopeful at the same time. There are two shades higher than this one. We have Sienna and we also have Deep Amber. And the one before this was Hazelnut, which I felt was just a little bit too light. This claims to cover up like a liquid foundation, and it's supposed to mattify like a powder with no cakey look. It's supposed to give you this like very filtered looking skin. Based on all the videos I saw on TikTok, I'm very impressed and hoping that I will get the same results. So before I get started, I'm gonna use my super potent Rich Cream by Dior. I recently did a full review on this cream. I've had it for a while. And I really like it because of how thick it is, how hydrating and moisturizing it is. So I'm applying this all over the face because we need to prep the skin properly for any type of powder. I also got this Primer Plus by Revlon that I've been actually enjoying lately. My boo thang Kaya here on YouTube recommended this, and it is actually pretty good. So I tend to get like oilier quicker around this area. So this is where I'm going to focus on. I'm going to add my concealer because I don't want to go on top of the powder. You know what? This might not be too bad after all. All right, so I'm using the sponge that came with it. And I'm just gonna go in where I have absolutely no, ooh. So upon application, it looks a tad bit red, but I'm gonna work it in the skin and see. Because like I said, the color range is awful. So this is a little bit red, just a smidge red. Not too bad. I can work with that. Yeah, let's try it on the other side. It's a little bit red. So maybe I could have gone down one shade with the Hazelnut. I mean, they did us some injustice with that. So far, I'm looking slightly red, I feel like. But the blemishes are being covered, honey. I'm avoiding my under eye where I applied the concealer. And this is buildable, so you can go as much as you want and build on that color. But it's kind of matching my chest a little bit, so I'm not mad at it. So instantly I can say that coverage is definitely there. while copper is a smidge too dark for me, I feel like. I do feel like hazelnut may have been too light, and there's like no shade in between. All right, so far this is what we have. So I don't want to look too scary. I'm gonna set the concealer. I'm using the powder by Laura Mercier. So they use the dense brush and they work the color into the skin. So I'm gonna go all over now. We need to blend, honey, blend. I feel like the brush is definitely helping it. Ooh. It's very concentrated with the sponge, but when I go in with the brush, it looks really good. What do y'all think? Got the difference. I'm gonna go in with the sponge because I'm still seeing some skin kind of build up on that. And I'm gonna go over that with the brush. Actually, the brush makes it look really good. All right, so this is what we have after using both the brush and the sponge. I'm kind of here for it, y'all. And it doesn't seem to settle into my pores. Like, they look pretty good. And I feel like I can probably even blend it more. So it looked a little too red at first, but now that I've used this brush, I feel so much better with the color payoff on my skin. All right, so I'm not gonna torture you guys. I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face off camera, and I'll be right back for my final thoughts. All right, guys, I am back, and this is the finished look. So I have a few thoughts about this foundation, y'all. Sit back, relax. I had a little bit of user error, I would say, when I first started out. You guys saw that I went in with the sponge that came in this compact, and it definitely applied the product like fully. Now, this is my face with the product on. I feel like it looks really good. As far as the color range goes on this, it actually sucks. Like, we have very few dark ranges. I got the copper, hoping that it would have worked for me, and it turned out okay, but it's not my exact shade, honestly. I definitely feel like they could have come out with way more shades in this. The foundation in a powder effect is amazing. The coverage is amazing. It is definitely buildable, and I love like how my skin looks. My skin looks really good, but the shade ranges are just off a little bit. I probably could get away with the hazelnut shade. I am pretty sure I could get away with it. I just didn't want to go too light. To be honest, I prefer to go darker and be able to balance it off with the rest of my makeup than to go lighter and have to darken things. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So overall, as far as coverage and buildability, I give this 5 out of 5. I give this a 3 out of 5 as far as the shade ranges go. Overall performance, I give it 4 stars just because I just feel like the shade range matters. And there's just very little to choose from, basically. So if you're my shade or darker, you're gonna have issues getting a shade. And by the way, you're gonna have issues, period, because these are flying off the shelves because of TikTok, because of the viral nature of this foundation. I do feel like it's extremely lightweight. I don't feel like I have any makeup on, which is amazing. So yeah, so I think overall I give it a 4 out of 5. The availability of shades is what takes away from it, but overall it's a great foundation powder. It works amazingly well, and my skin does have that like really nice, like flawless effect, if I do say so myself. I feel like I made it work, you know. I definitely made it work. Again, this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear foundation in a powder, and I just demoed the shade 365. Let me know what you think about this video. Have you guys tried the product? And if you have, what do you think about it? Will you, or do you want to try it out? That is it for the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.